Well, now that all that fun is out of the way. Assuming that we're going to cooperate. Yes, we are. Excellent. Finally. Not quite sure why everything decided to not cooperate with me there for a second, but we're all good to go now, finally. So, let's pick up where we left off. Eesh, that was obnoxious. Episode 22, The Pacemaker. All Full Mentos knockoff. Alright. So, leaving where we left off, we're apparently preparing for some mysterious surgery that we're supposed to do that one of our characters is, apparently shares some blame in. We'll find out what that means later on, but right now, off to Dependable Pair. Isn't that nice?
This is ridiculous. How long am I gonna have to wait?
Welcome to the United States medical system.
Excuse me, miss? May I ask you something?
Oh, are you here to visit a family member? If so, then the entrance is...
No, that's not why I'm here. I have an appointment with Dr. Rousseau, the chief surgeon.
Oh, an
But
appointment,
no one's been able to
eh?
get my message to him.
If that's the case, then let me call for his secretary.
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. Thank you, though.
Usually how it works, nothing runs unless you have a secretary do it for you. This comes from
You're a doctor.
experience.
Yes, my name is Valerie Blaylock.
Is Professor Wilkins busy? I was hoping I might get a chance to meet him.
Oh, he's very busy.
Yes. Well, the professor is... He's very busy. I rarely see him myself.
Well, I guess it can't be helped.
He's busy lying in some
Like
special
tonight's
bed,
today.
like dying from something.
Ah, you must be Dr. Rousseau's secretary. Thank you. My name is Irene Quattro. I'm the director of Caduceus.
Oh.
The organization under the direct control of Health and Human Services?
Why are you still part of this conversation?
Thank you very much for your help today. I appreciate it.
Exactly. It's just get out of my way
Hey,
now.
Marcus. It's already been 10 days, and he still hasn't told us about his condition.
I'm sure he hasn't forgotten. He must have his reasons.
He sure is taking his time, considering the trouble he went to bring us back here. Oh, by the way, this morning I met someone that was here to see Rousseau.
Oh,
I was
fancy.
surprised when she introduced herself. Take a guess who she was.
That's that leaves it wide open, like really, really wide open.
His mistress?
Pfft.
Very funny. Come on, be serious.
I am being serious. What if that was a serious answer?
I know him better than you do.
Well, it turns out she's the director of Caduceus. She oversees all of the medical research institutions located in the U.S.
She's from Caduceus?
Actually, she seemed more interested in speaking with Professor Wilkins.
Gee, I wonder why.
I wonder how she knows about him. Isn't it strange?
It sounds like trouble, if you ask me.
Dr. Vaughn! Dr. Blaylock! We need you in the OR!
Oh, you don't need
What's
us.
the matter, Elena?
Find some other surgeon.
3 people were hit by a car. 2 are in critical condition.
Oh my.
Dr. Rousseau began treating the one who was in the worst state. But he left to treat a different patient and ordered you 2 to take the ones in critical condition.
We can't afford to waste any time. His life's in jeopardy.
As we just sit here and kind of ramble about what to do. Ooh, that's rough.
The patient is Ricardo Garcia, a 35-year-old male. He was in a car accident. He has injuries to the abdomen, including a few broken ribs and a pierced spleen.
Ooh, that's kind of gross.
Doesn't look good.
No, I would say not.
In this operation, we have several objectives. We need to treat his
Have him not die.
lacerations, repair his broken ribs, and attend to his spleen.
This will be a difficult operation. No wonder Russo took off so fast.
Well, I'm sure we can handle it.
We've analyzed his blood type and done the necessary screening and cross-matching. We've also got an ample supply of blood on hand. All you need to worry about is the operation.
Hooray. Alright, let's continue.
Let's begin the operation.
And hopefully not completely mangle this. Oh, I'm already starting inside him, alright.
Doctor, hurry! The patient's gone into cardiac arrest. We need to use the defibrillator.
Nope. There we go.
We have a
I
pulse.
only took 5 shots, but...
His spleen's in bad shape, and his vitals are dropping because of massive hemorrhaging.
We'll have to retrieve the bone fragments while treating the injuries and hemorrhages.
We won't be able to suture that big of a wound. We'll have to close it first with the forceps.
Now pinch one side. Okay. Now hurry up. That takes care of the largest wound. But don't forget about the others. Doctor, please we're making progress with the bone fragments, but the spleen requires immediate treatment.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Looks like he
Now that we've taken care of the wounds, we'll reassemble the
Alright,
fragments.
now I gotta do this business again.
doesn't seem to fit. Could that go somewhere else?
Probably.
So far, so good. We're almost done.
What? But that was the last piece. Don't tell me we missed a fragment.
Well, I think you did.
This isn't good. We'll have to use the defibrillator. Was that hemorrhagic shock? His spleen was bleeding pretty heavily. Is that it? No wonder we missed it. Okay, doctor, you know what to do. Be sure to keep an eye on his vitals, though.
Oh boy. That didn't work out too well.
What on earth are you doing? I can't allow this to continue.
There's failure.
Yes, we know. Failure, I suck, blah blah blah. Okay.
Doctor, hurry! We need to use the defibrillator.
Alright, we have a pulse.
His spleen's in bad shape.
We'll have to retrieve the...
We won't be able to suture. We'll have to close it first.
Now pinch one. Okay. Now hurry up and that takes care of the largest wound. But don't forget about the others. Doctor, please be more careful.
No. Not the laser. Okay.
means we can reassemble the bone fragments.
So far, so good. We're almost done. What?
Don't tell me we missed a fragment.
This isn't good. We'll have to use the defibrillator. Was that hemorrhagic shock? His spleen was bleeding pretty heavily. Got it? Okay, doctor. You know what to do. Be sure to keep an eye on his vitals, though.
Damn it, come on.
We've got all the pieces now. But please treat his remaining...
Alright, let's place the last bone fragment.
All the pieces are in place. Let's cement them together with...
Woo!
Please close him up.
Wow, that was pretty horrible. Pretty sure I, like, sewed him to the gurney or something.
Unexpected operation, but I'm glad it went smoothly. Well done, team.
I see
My
that you are both
streak of-
quite skilled.
Streak of mediocrity remains.
I'm sorry, you are?
I'm Irene Quattro from Caduceus. Nice to meet you. I heard there was an emergency, so I changed into my surgical gown. But I see that wasn't necessary.
You just carry it with you wherever you go.
Valerie, is this the woman you were telling me about?
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to receive such praise.
A doctor with a healing touch. It's been a while since I've been surprised like this.
Oh, I guess it's trying to force you to use it with a line like that.
If the opportunity arises, I'd like to see it used again.
I'd be glad to show you.
This is an impressive hospital. I hope that we meet again. Please excuse me.
I don't think it was good for her to have seen that.
What do you mean, Marcus?
Why are you just happy for me, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. We were told he wouldn't make it, but you saved him.
I just did my best, Mrs. Garcia. Considering his injuries, it's a miracle he survived. He must have an angel looking over his shoulder.
I
Right.
don't know how we'll ever repay you.
That's what the bill is for, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
There's no need for tears. Now, let's discuss his future treatment options.
Oh, as long as he's in your hands, Dr. Russo, I know he'll be okay.
Oh, it's you, Vaughn.
Marcus, he's...
It's not worth getting upset over. The patient is alright, that's all that matters. Professor Wilkins has asked to see us, so we'd better get going.
I suppose you're right.
Dr. Russo, is something wrong?
Everything's wrong.
Oh, no, it's nothing. Please come with me, Mrs. Garcia. Let's go see how your husband is faring.
So, I heard that Rousseau took credit for everything. You must be disappointed.
I'm just glad the patient's okay.
That's the important thing. Everybody's alive. I didn't want credit for anything. Nope. Didn't totally save that guy from death's doorstep. And, yeah. Don't want credit for that. Nope, 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 not at all.
He's an excellent doctor, although rather shrewd at times. And I would never trust him to operate on me.
Ouch. That's why I called you here, so you can operate on me, and he can take the credit for it.
That's
Wait,
why
did I say the loud
you
part?
here, Marcus.
I said the soft part loud again.
Rare talent.
Yeah.
You want to come back?
Yeah, we can freeze time, we know.
I'm aware of that. Regardless, we'll meet tomorrow to discuss my operation.
Oh, we're finally getting into it, eh?
The procedure is scheduled for 4 days from now. I'll leave you to choose your team.
Okay.
Yep, streak of mediocrity keeps going. Although I got that random A thrown in here. Nothing else is everything else has been great, we'll just say. Alright, now we get into Stigma. Here comes the weird sci-fi stuff, I'm sure.
You're finally going to tell us, huh, Professor?
I led you all
He's
to
going to
believe
tell.
that I
He's
was
going to
suffering
tell.
from a chronic heart disease. But now that my preparations are complete, I will reveal the true nature of my illness.
Dr. Rousseau is on the team too?
Oh god, what's he doing here?
Yeah, but he won't be operating.
What I am asking you all to do is treat an unknown disease. Yes, I'm asking you to face the unknown.
I kinda got that from the first time. You didn't really need to rephrase it for me.
Unknown disease?
By certain means, I received a mouse with an unprecedented illness. It was a pathogen born as a result of gene-related medical research.
Oh goody, we're getting into the first game again.
I isolated it, analyzed it, and became deeply interested in it, despite my initial fears.
I took it to dinner. I bought it flowers. I proposed to it. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
It was such a unique disease.
Is this something that's gonna kill you, or is something you're gonna sleep with?
Curiosity. Man's greatest weakness.
Dr. Vaughn?
Why are you getting philosophical?
Never mind.
As a member of the medical community, I immediately realized the importance of this discovery. And so I began researching the disease. But before I could complete my research, I myself became infected. Its communicability between animals and humans was quite a surprise.
Yeah, you figure you'd take, like, you know, precautions and whatnot, but I guess not. You know, just really, really into that disease, man.
It's a tragedy for us all, Professor. It breaks my heart to learn of your infection.
How can it,
What was the means
smarmy?
of transmission?
It's too late to ascertain that, but it must have occurred while I was researching it.
It's, something that's quite personal to me. We won't talk about it here.
I may have accidentally pricked myself with a needle. My hands aren't as steady as they once were.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I don't believe it is highly communicable, but we should still be careful. One thing is for certain. It's not an airborne disease.
Well, I think everybody else would be infected with it if it were.
And what about your condition? You seem to be rather stable right now, Professor.
I do have some data which I collected during my experiments. It's dormant at the moment, but it becomes active when the carrier experiences stress. Its invasiveness is quite strong. And it's at least as serious, if not worse, than an acute virus or a parasite invasion.
So this operation must be performed right away.
But, you know, we've kind of messed around for almost 2 weeks now, it seems, before doing this operation.
That's why you selected us.
Yes, it is a new disease, so as you may suspect, no medication or vaccine is available yet. Extraction is the only viable option.
Or just fry it with a laser, which usually seems to be the case.
Dr. Vaughn, this is a serious responsibility.
This disease manifests itself in mysterious ways. I've tentatively named it stigma. We will refer to it by this name for now, but please keep this information confidential. I will also grant you access to my research data, but you are only permitted to read through it.
Infected accidentally? That can't be.
Yeah, there's maybe more to
There's
meets the
another
eye here.
creature.
Oh.
The professor's hiding something.
Foregoing your meditation today? Don't allow this disease to trouble you. Just accept that it's beyond your comprehension.
Should someone with your condition be up at this hour?
Jeez.
I have one more favor to ask of you.
Can you get rid of that Dr. Russo guy? He's annoying as hell.
That's why I'm here.
I'll save your life. What more do you want?
If for some reason the operation is a failure, then I want you to destroy all my research concerning stigma.
What?
This is to be my research and mine alone.
Jeez.
Whether or not the operation is successful. You should have no objections to this. After all, wasn't it your wish 3 years ago that it all disappear? Well then, I bid you good luck.
Okay, right into it then.
I've taken a look at the data, but I don't know what to say.
That makes two of us.
The pathogen's mobility is simply unbelievable. Who knows what kind of damage it's capable of? Based on the data, it's unlikely that medication will be effective, so our only option is to...
Yes, we know. Pew pew zappy laser time. Okay.
Burn it with the laser.
Yep.
It's the only way.
Has there been any change in the professor's condition?
He's still stable. He should have enough strength to endure the operation.
If the professor's data is accurate, then this research will make medical history. Mistakes cannot be made. I presume you understand that.
Well, you're not the one doing anything here. You just be a sideline surgeon?
This is an important procedure. We can't afford to fail.
Oh, we can afford to fail. We absolutely can afford to fail because it's going to happen.
We're ready to begin the procedure. Based on what we know, we expect that stigma will become active once we open up the professor. Please be extremely careful.
Okay, what do we got here?
Lacerations, but we didn't see any on the CAT scan.
Are you suggesting that the pathogen did this within the last few moments?
Yeah?
We need to suture the wounds immediately and try to prevent any further damage.
Come on.
Well done, Doctor. But please keep an eye out for the pathogen.
It'll come out as soon as I'm done here. There it is.
My god, look at it.
Alright, let's do this. Get the laser ready.
Pew! Pew pew!
It's still active. Keep...
It's tearing up his insides. Can't believe this.
It's tearing up his heart. Sorry. Not gonna continue that. Doubt anybody wants to hear me sing. Come on.
You may need to hit it more than once.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
His vitals are dropping. You have to suture the wounds or they'll hemorrhage. It's working. Keep using the laser.
What else am I gonna use? Oh no, it's probably not.
Marvelous. The professor will be.
Wait, he's not stabilizing. We better take another look.
Yeah, what a surprise. Here comes some more!
Stigma again. But how? One down, one to go.
That's okay. I mean, if you just want to fly straight into it, I'm okay with that.
Again? They fused together?
Oh, well, this is fun.
Well, it can't have changed that much. The laser should still work.
It's adapting.
The laser seems to be working. Hurry up and suture those lacerations before it causes more damage. Vitals have dropped.
We don't have much time. Not yet.
Oh, of course. Freaking too late with it.
Prepare to see you.
Yeah. Failure. What a surprise. Who didn't see that coming?
We're ready to begin. Based on what we know, please be extremely careful.
Okay.
Lacerations? Are you suggesting?
We need to suture the wounds immediately and try to prevent any further damage.
Well done, Doctor. But please keep an eye out for the. There it is.
All right, let's do this. Get the laser ready.
It's working. Keep using the laser.
It's tearing up his insides.
It's still active. Keep using the laser. We did it. Stigma's gone.
Marvelous. The professor.
Wait, he's not stable.
Stigma again. But how?
Man, how's my aim this bad?
You may need to hit it more than once. One down, one to go.
Ah, come on.
Prepare a room in the ICU. Clear everybody out.
Well, this is going well.
Failed, bringing them much.
Yes, we know. They both left because they couldn't save him. Wow. I didn't think I'd have this much trouble right from the get-go. Whew. Alright.
We're ready to begin the... Based on what we know, please be extremely careful. Are you sick?
We need to suture the wounds immediately and try to prevent any further damage.
Well done, Doctor. But please keep an eye... There it is.
My God.
All right, let's do this. Get the laser ready.
It's working. Keep using the laser.
It's tearing up his inside.
It's still active. Keep using the laser. We did it. Stigma's gone.
Yes.
Wait, he's not staying.
Stigma again. But how? You may need to hit it more than once. His vitals are dropping. You have to suture the wounds or they'll hemorrhage. One down, one to go. Again? They fused?
Well, it can't have changed that much. The laser should still work.
Hurry up and suture those lacerations before it causes more damage. The laser seems to be working. Vitals have dropped?
Oh, come on. Alright.
Prepare a room.
The doctor both.
I think we're gonna switch doctors to that, but I'm gonna take a second to get a drink here. Okay. Well. Alright, we're gonna sip all this because we already know it.
So,
I
you're
can't just-
finally going to...
Just fast forward. At least they have the courtesy to give you the option to like fast forward like this. This is kind of helpful. Because I don't need the briefing all over again. Just need to go off. I don't think Marcus is gonna do here. I think I'm gonna have to take Valerie on this one and hope that I can stabilize vitals with her healing touch.
An unknown pathogen. This should be interesting.
Rather than just slowing down time.
We're ready to begin the procedure. Based on what we know, please be extremely careful. Laceration?
Are you suggesting that...
We need to suture the wounds immediately and try to prevent any further damage.
Well done, Doctor. But please keep an eye out. There it is.
My God. Look at it.
All right, let's do this. Get the laser ready.
It's working. Keep using the laser.
It's tearing up his insides. I can't believe this.
It's still active. Keep using the laser. You may need to hit it more than once. You did it! Stigma's gone.
Marvelous. The professor will be.
Okay.
Wait, he's not stabilizing. We better take another look.
Stigma again. But how? His vitals are dropping. You have to suture the wounds or they'll hemorrhage. One down, one to go.
Okay.
Fused together?
Well, it can't have changed that much. The laser should still work.
The laser seems to be working. Hurry up and suture those lacerations before it causes more damage. stabilizing. He's gonna be all right. Please suture the remaining wounds, and then we can close him up.
Apparently didn't even need that. Figures.
That was truly a menacing organism. I must begin
We don't have
analyzing
much
the data
time.
immediately.
Congratulations, you did it.
That took way too many go rounds.
It was my responsibility.
Is something wrong, Marcus?
No, nothing at all. I just brought this blight upon the world and everything. Yeah, everything's fine.
No, nothing. I should just be thankful that it went well.
I'm just gonna keep covering up everything until it spills out in some inopportune moment. Yeah, another C. What a surprise.
I'm glad his body withstood the operation. At this rate, it seems he'll make a full recovery. Still, that was a daunting procedure.
I can't believe that such a disease exists,
Someone didn't pay attention to the first game.
and that we were able to treat it.
I hope this is the last we see of it, though.
I must say, this stigma is certainly an intriguing disease.
Oh boy, you're gonna get it now too, aren't you?
Those around the world will be astounded.
Oh, he's awake.
Professor, can you hear me?
5 more minutes.
I'm fully conscious.
The operation was a success. All the pathogens were removed. And your heart is functioning normally.
It was a complicated procedure, but we were able to complete it. Being operated on while you still had your strength should speed your recovery.
Well, Professor, congratulations on the success of your operation.
Thank you.
That stigma is quite a remarkable disease.
Oh boy.
I never imagined such an insidious pathogen could exist. It amazes me each time I watch the recording of the operation.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with it, aren't you?
Recording?
Womp womp.
Rousseau, I thought I made myself clear. I only gave you permission to read through the existing data.
Yes, that's true, but I thought perhaps...
My orders are absolute. Or are you scheming to steal my research?
Oh, I already did, sorry.
Don't be silly, Professor. I'm completely loyal to...
I want everything in this room. That includes any recordings and extracted organisms. I won't have them where I...
Professor, please. You must stay calm.
Dr. Rousseau, can't whatever you have to discuss with Professor Wilkins wait until later?
Yes, well then, please excuse me, Professor.
I'm not done with you, you smarmy bastard.
Please. I'd like to be alone for a while. Don't worry. I won't overexert myself.
That wasn't a thought in my mind, but ew.
We'll return later to explain your status.
Yes. Thank you.
We don't have a sample or any data. So how do you intend to study stigma, Marcus?
Are we finally gonna get to
Are
it?
you just going to pretend it doesn't exist?
No, we're not gonna get to it.
No self-respecting doctor would admit the existence of such a thing, outside of a sci-fi movie.
Again, welcome to the previous game.
Only because they lack the knowledge.
Oh, really?
Do you recall the incident that occurred 10 years ago?
The incident is involving zombies.
A deadly man-made infectious disease spread throughout the world.
Oh, are we finally tapping into the last game?
It was known as guilt.
Yep, there we go.
Now that you mention it, connection between guilt and stigma?
Most likely not. The professor has already tested that vaccine on it. It had absolutely no effect.
I guess I can see why Rousseau's so intrigued by it. If he was the one to announce it to the world, he'd become the most renowned doctor in medical history.
And now we cut live to the announcement of this, where this person becomes the most renowned medical doctor in history. I just botched that phrasing, but I don't care.
Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock, 2 patients have been added to each of your schedules.
Aren't these Rousseau's patients?
Yes, but he's very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I better get used to being sleep deprived.
Very busy indeed.
Seems Professor Wilkins is on the road to wellness.
But how long will it take for him to fully recover?
The professor's a lot tougher than he looks, you know.
Dr. Rousseau must be hoping he resigns, or at least relinquishes some of his authority.
I heard another hospital has been courting him as well. He's had a lot of visitors lately.
Perhaps he's going to take up a position as a lecturer somewhere. I envy him.
He's the talk of the entire hospital.
Hooray.
Oh, but he's not the only one.
Meaning what exactly?
I've heard from more than one source that someone will be paying you two a visit soon as well.
Somebody review your medical licenses, maybe?
Maybe Professor to be Rousseau will let you know about it.
That's not really my idea of a promotion.
Well, I'm calling it quits for today. Hopefully tomorrow won't be as stressful.
What about the professor's charts?
He's been updating them himself. It is top secret after all. Speak of the devil. He's paging us. I wonder what he wants.
He didn't mention anything to me. Is that the fire alarm?
Something must have happened. We better go check on the professor.
Oh my.
Oh no!
Help! That man's on fire! We have to help him!
Be careful, Marcus!
Drop to the floor! Hurry! Valerie, isn't there a fire extinguisher around?
Doctor, stand aside!
Quick thinking, Elena.
Yes, to go get the fire extinguisher. That was quick thinking.
Professor Wilkins and Stigma.
Rousseau, is that you?
And then set fire.
Hang in there. We're going to get you some help.
He's been badly burned. His life is in danger.
I'll get something to transport him with.
Thank you, Elena. Get the OR ready too.
Oh, but I don't want to save him.
The patient is suffering from burns all over his body, concentrated on the left side. Some of them are third-degree burns, I'm afraid. The burned area covers over 20% of his body. He's in extremely critical condition. We'll have to use skin grafts. I suggest that we transplant skin from the right half of his body, which has fewer burns.
If we can't use synthetic skin, then that's our only option.
If we inject culture fluids, we'll be able to avoid further damage.
Since we'll be working on third-degree burns, I've prepared some coolants as well. I've said this already, but he's in critical condition. Please, we have to hurry.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Alright, we'll start with Marcus first.
Let's get started.
Just again, healing touch preference. I like the slowdown better.
These burns are pretty severe. Skin grafts are the only option. We'll have to remove skin from elsewhere before we can begin treating the burns.
All right, I'll get the culture fluid ready for you. You'll have to inject it into the right side of his body, where the skin is. The culture is taking effect. Please, we need the donor skin before we can
Vitals have
continue.
dropped?
Please cut from where you injected the fluid.
Once we're ready to transfer the donor skin,
You'll most likely need several grafts, so we should collect enough tissue before starting. Let's look for other unburnt areas and follow the same procedure.
The most severe burns have already turned black. We'll need to excise this necrotic tissue.
Are you prepared to begin debridement? I'll get the coolant ready. Please inject it directly into the blackened tissue.
Oh man.
be working. The affected area is bleeding heavily. You can place the excised tissue on the tray. The area's been debrided, so you can proceed to drain the canal. Please try to place the donor skin before the wound hemorrhages again. It looks like this area is going to need more than one piece of tissue.
Ah, come on. Oh man, this is not going well.
Drain the blood first. Then, prepare another piece of tissue for grafting.
Really?
You have to inject the culture
Not what I wanted.
into a part that hasn't been burned.
Yeah, let's restart that. Oh boy,
These burns are
okay.
pretty severe. Skin grafts are we'll have to remove skin from.
Alright, you'll have to inject it into the right side of his body. The culture is taking effect. Please use the scalpel to remove a section of the epidermis. Vitals have dropped?
Once we're ready to transfer the donors,
You'll most likely need let's look for other.
The most severe. We'll need to.
Are you prepared to please inject it directly into the blackened tissue? The coolant seems to be working. Now, please try to place the donor skin before the wound hemorrhages again. You can place the excised tissue on the tray. The area's been debrided, so you can proceed to drain the blood.
Okay.
It looks like this area is going to need more than one piece of tissue. You can't keep moving a piece of donor skin around. We'll have to get another piece. We've covered the burned area with skin, but we're done with this area. Let's go on to
Okay.
another burn. Vitals have dropped?
Oh, come on.
Drain the blood first. Then, prepare another piece of tissue for grafting.
Oh my god, it went in the wrong spot again. Well, this is a giant pain. Seems to be incredibly picky as to where you put it.
Vitals have dropped? Vitals have dropped?
Alright. Oh, come on. I don't know if I'm combining my hands or the Wiimote. Because I kind of feel like it's maybe a little both. Alright, we want to do it this way? Fine.
There's not much time.
Not yet.
Well, this is obnoxious. Alright, try number 4. Oh my word. Okay, well...
These burns are pretty severe.
Vitals have dropped? Vitals have dropped? There's not much time.
How can I never do this? Oh. Alright, well, it's a good thing I didn't need it. Jeez. Yeah, no bonuses, not a surprise. Ugh, that one sucks. Mostly because the hemorrhages seem to come back at random, so that doesn't help me much.
Professor's office is nothing but ashes. Fortunately, no one seems to have been inside. But the professor's whereabouts are unknown, and we have reason to believe the data was stolen. According to what Russo said, the professor seems to have been kidnapped. What did the detectives ask you?
Same things they asked you. What did I see when I arrived at the scene? Did I notice anything suspicious? You know, the usual.
Sounds like you've been through this before.
Oh, they also asked about the professor's condition. I didn't say anything about stigma, for now. They wouldn't understand anyway.
I can't believe he was kidnapped. What's their motive? They obviously want more than just a ransom.
You think?
What's gonna happen to this hospital? What about us? The media's gonna be all over this incident. We won't have time to examine our patients.
Dr. Blaylock, Dr. Vaughn, there's someone here to see you.
If it's another investigator, then forget it.
Actually, it's the director of Caduceus.
What?
I want to ask you questions.
Long time no see. Regarding what happened the other day, you have my sympathy.
Oh, hooray.
Thanks.
How can we help you?
It's a little complicated, so I'll get right to the point. After seeing the two of you in action, I negotiated with the hospital to have you both transferred to our staff.
You're recruiting us?
That was the plan, but circumstances have changed.
So, what does that mean?
Means I'm not recruiting you after all. Get the hell out of here.
Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock, by the authority of the federal government, I hereby order your immediate transfer to Caduceus.
Order, eh? Who do you think she is?
The authority of the federal government?
The decision was made based on the research we believe Professor Wilkins was performing. As skilled doctors and colleagues of the professor, we require your expertise in the U.S. branch of Caduceus. We'll do our best to accommodate any staff member requests you may have.
I can't believe it. We're going to Caduceus.
Alright, into chapter 3. Got some time, so let's keep rolling and see how badly I botched this stuff.
Maryland, on the Atlantic coast of the United States of America.
Oh, well then. I don't know any part of Maryland that looks like that, and I live here.
In a location close to the nation's capital lies the U.S. branch of Caduceus, the international organization that treats and researches new diseases. Caduceus USA falls under the jurisdiction of Health and Human Services. Yet they have their own authority to execute private missions. They are dedicated to the treatment of intractable diseases and the prevention of infectious illnesses.
They do that medical stuff.
Age 34, surgeon, place of birth, California. Valerie Blaylock, age 28, surgeon, place of birth, North Carolina. Elena Salazar, age 20, nurse, place of birth, California. You three will be assigned to the newly created Special Disease Counteraction Team.
That is a heck of a boardroom here, jeez. Or office, or whatever you want to call this thing.
Now, sign here, and on the written oath and the waiver form.
Written
Quite
oath?
a sour face, Dr. Vaughn.
You're forming a new team? What, is this an anti-stigma measure?
You mean is it a result of Professor
You
Wilkins'
knew?
procedure? Well, we've had this planned for a long time, though the discovery of stigma did hasten its establishment. At least things will be easier on you, since it's such a small team.
Really, it's just you three. That's it.
Thanks for your concern. But if we'll be dealing with mainly new diseases, then we'll be performing fewer operations. I hope that won't affect my salary.
Leave it to you to think of that, Marcus.
Hey, I want to
No
get
need to
paid.
worry. We'll be referring plenty of patients to you.
It's a government job. I should be getting paid.
Special cases which may require the healing touch.
Well, that's good to hear.
Your job description won't change much either, Elena. Your priority will be to assist Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock with the operations assigned to them.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best, just as I did at Concordia.
Which admittedly wasn't very good, but shh.
Then, the first thing I'd like you to do is become familiar with Caduceus, and provide us with whatever information you have on Stigma.
Regarding that matter,
It's all kind of blown up now.
we've only encountered Stigma in one operation. There's really not much for us to disclose, especially since Professor Wilkins kept a tight lid on all the data.
That's all right. Just tell us whatever you know. You may be surprised at how much you recall. Extraordinary events leave deep imprints on our memory.
I hope we'll be able to live up to your high
We just
expectations.
take the laser and go pew 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 pew, and that's it.
I was wondering, are we going to be questioned about the disappearance of the professor?
That won't be necessary. This is a hospital, not a police department.
Well, we don't know where the professor was taken. They haven't even demanded a ransom.
I still feel uneasy about all this, but we'll do what we can.
Okay, let me show you around. I hope we can cover everything before my guest arrives. Now, this is your office.
That's quite the office.
Wow. Look at this equipment. I knew Caduceus would be amazing, but this is too much.
Your responsibilities won't be much different than they were in the past. Even though you're now members of Caduceus, you're still first and foremost doctors. We dedicate ourselves to research here, but at the same time, we see regular patients. A major part of your duties will be to keep your skills sharp.
Well, it can't be any worse than Concordia. I mean, we weren't exactly welcome there.
And you won't be here either.
Now, let's take a look at where you'll be performing your surgeries. There are a total of 10 ORs, each one equipped for a different type of procedure. Oh, Dr. Everett.
Director, do you know where Dr. Tsuji is?
This is Dr. Everett, our chief surgeon.
Doesn't sound like he's doing too hot.
He looks like he's in pain. Is something wrong?
I've got cholelithiasis.
Oh.
I was going to ask Dr. Tsuji to remove the gallstones, but I can't find her anywhere. I can't take this anymore. Director, can you fragment them for me, please?
I wish I could, but I'm expecting a visitor shortly.
I got my own problems. You take care of yourself.
But I can't stand the pain any longer. Are these the new doctors you were talking about?
Yes, they are.
Good, put them to work.
Who does it? I just need help. I can walk you through the procedure if necessary. I'll even suture myself when it's over.
I know this is sudden, but would you mind?
My word, it's the first day.
Not at all. Dr. Everett, I'm...
Don't care.
Forget the formalities. Just prep for surgery.
Let me explain the chart. Dr. Everett has cholelithiasis and has been experiencing pain for 3 years.
3 years?
Yes. I've told him repeatedly to admit himself to the ward and have it treated. However, it seems he's far more interested in taking care of patients than himself.
Typical doctor, neglecting his own needs.
I guess that just goes to show how passionate Dr. Everett is about his job.
When you put it that way. Oh, excuse me, please continue.
We'll use a laser to fragment the gallstone in this operation. Please extract the gallbladder as well during the procedure.
So we'll be taking care of the cause of his pain as well.
That's
Well,
probably
I must
good.
be going. I'll leave the rest to you three.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, let's get started.
We will now begin the operation. Please disinfect the incision area and open him up. First, we'll be fragmenting the gallstones passing through the ductal epithelium. If a gallstone passes completely through the epithelium, the patient's vitals will drop.
Of course it will.
Let's begin by using the ultrasound to locate the gallstones. There's a gallstone. The gallstone has been fragmented. Let's begin extracting the gallbladder as well. First, inject the sedative into the gallbladder.
We can't remove it all at once. Let's cut it into multiple segments before we take it out.
And don't forget to use the laser on the gallstones while doing so.
Yay, do two things at once. Hooray!
Alright then. Please begin cutting off the first. The gallstone has split into two parts. Use the laser to fragment both halves as well. The cut has caused hemorrhaging. The blood has been drained. Let's start cutting. The patient's vitals have dropped. Please don't forget to treat the gallstones before they pass.
Vitals have dropped?
The second segment has been cut off. Don't forget to keep fragmenting the gallstones. Now, you need to pay attention to the gallstones while you're working on the gallbladder.
Good lord.
Who are you people? What are you doing?
For Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock.
Now we get a new one.
Gifted doctors who strove for perfection. The pain of their mistake was too.
Oh, wait.
Without a party, they both left.
Oh, yeah, it's the same one.
We will now begin. Please disinfect the incision area and open him up. First will be if a gallstone. Let's begin by using the ultrasound to locate the gallstones. There's a gallstone. The gallstone has first. Inject the sedative into the gallbladder.
We can't remove it all.
And don't forget to. Alright then. Please begin cutting off the first segment. The cut has caused. The blood has been drained. Let's start. The gallstone has split into two parts. Use the laser to frag. The second segment has been cut off. The hemorrhaging is getting worse. Don't forget to keep fragments. The patient's vitals have dropped. Please don't forget to treat the gallstones before they pass. The third segment has been cut up. Remove the last segment before it hemorrhages again. You need to pay attention to the gallstones while you're working on the gallbladder.
You could do something too, you know.
The gallbladder has been excised.
Please extract the gallbladder and place it on the tray.
I think maybe, yeah, it seems like gallstones have stopped, so I guess I can stop doing that.
Gallbladder extraction complete. Please treat the hemorrhaging area with antibiotic gel and suture the epithelium closed. The gallstones have been eliminated and the gallbladder has been extracted.
Huzzah.
Please close him up.
I thought he said he was gonna do this himself.
Operation complete. Good job.
Hooray. Seems like you can't really sleep on any of these. And I really don't remember much about this one. Clearly.
We just arrived, and we're already performing emergency surgeries. I can't wait to see what's next. But I guess it was a good chance to get our feet wet.
You always see the positive, Val.
Well, somebody's got to.
Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah, it's time to go home.
I was glad to hear the operation went well. Of course, I'd expect nothing less.
We always do our best.
I hear that often, but for some reason, this time I believe it. Tomorrow, we'll meet to discuss stigma. I'm counting on you both.
Like she said, we always do our best.
assisted in an operation on your first day here? You must be good. No, it's the doctors who are good. I'm just fortunate to be working with them. Sounds like you work well with them. In my case, it depends on who I'm assisting. I get along with Dr. Everett, but Dr. Tsuji, on the other hand... Oh, forget I said anything.
I just let her patients die all the time.
By the way,
It's a wonder
Miss
she's
Lee,
still employed.
about the operating room's support system. Oh, call me Leslie. Everyone else does. Now, it's our responsibility as nurses to manage the support system. It'll probably take some time, but once you get used to it, you'll be able to update an e-chart in a snap. Want to give it a try in a vacant OR? I'd love to.
Regarding this new disease, which has tentatively been named stigma, we received a report from the National Security Council and have begun an independent investigation. Its threat level is unknown, but I can say that the pathogen possesses astonishing mobility. It was unclear whether it even existed until now.
Yeah, we saw it drifting around that guy's heart earlier.
But the Wilkins case put an end to the debate.
And we are basing that assumption on the testimony of our two new doctors, yes?
You know, the ones that have worked on it.
Oh, pardon me. I'm Kanae Tsuji, a surgeon here. It's nice to meet you both.
I'm just a jerk.
You're absolutely correct, Kanae. While the information provided by Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock is highly reliable, our own investigation at Concordia also validates the theory. And it's worth noting, Professor Wilkins was conducting all the research on his own, without help from other doctors.
We spent less than a month there following our transfer from Alaska. But during that time, the professor seemed somewhat paranoid about an information leak.
To be honest, I'm surprised there was a leak, no matter how small.
The NSC never tells us their source of information. I bet the military is involved in it somehow.
Let's try to make do with the information we have at hand. At this point, the research can no longer be left exclusively to Wilkins.
Well, that's unfortunate seeing he's disappeared and probably all his research has been burned to the ground.
It's now the concern of our entire organization.
What?
Prior to your transfer here, we received reports of suspicious cases from various countries. We've already discussed those cases in a previous meeting. The pathogens in question were confused with various parasites, so nothing was conclusive. If any new cases occur, they should now be reported to Caduceus International.
It's unfortunate, though, that Professor Wilkins' data was destroyed, and by an unidentified assailant at that. Am I the only one here who feels uneasy about this?
We're hoping that the professor's still alive.
From now on, if any new cases of stigma arise here in the U.S., the patients will be transferred to this facility whenever possible. Both Health and Human Services and the National Security Council have agreed to this. The operating surgeons will be Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock.
Huzzah?
Their prior experience dealing with stigma will be invaluable. I personally stand behind them, 100%. The rest of you will be invited to witness their expertise very soon.
Wow, that's quite the way to phrase it.
I look forward to seeing the infamous healing touch.
Wow. That's another way to phrase it.
That was a little unexpected. What have we gotten ourselves into, Marcus? Were you as shocked as I was by what they already knew?
Nope, I've been telling them for months.
Not really. A doctor considers any and all possibilities.
Well, I, for one, am surprised. I had no idea there was data on stigma, other than what the professor had collected.
Well, we've got more important things to worry about. We're leaving for the tech department tomorrow morning at 8, right?
Yes, so don't be late.
All right, then I'm gonna go home and get some sleep.
Doctor, we just received an emergency request for help.
What happened?
There was a big accident on the freeway. More than 30 people are in serious condition.
Oh boy.
The
That's good.
request came from the state hospital.
Now I feel right at home.
Elena, can you let them know that we'll accept the patients?
Details unknown. Okay.
No eye response, incoherent speech, decerebrate posture. E1, V3, M2.
I don't know what that
He's
means.
under 8 on the Glasgow Coma Scale. He's in critical condition. The patient has taken considerable damage to the right half of his body, and his lungs may be at risk.
I know those are real things, but I don't know what this means.
He's definitely in bad shape.
The exact locations of his injuries are difficult to determine right now. His vitals aren't stable either. Please hurry, but be careful.
Oh goody, defibrillator. Ah, defib time. Well, I'll start with this one first.
Let's get started.
If things don't go well, maybe I'll switch it up, but we'll see how. Oh, hello. Yeesh.
Beginning the operation. The patient's condition has worsened since his arrival. Please operate quickly. Begin by treating the external wounds.
The external wounds have been treated, but I assume that it can only be worse on the inside. Let's open him up and begin treating his internal organs.
I'm confirming interior wounds and the presence of foreign debris. Let's keep an eye on his vitals and treat everything we can. This wound can't be sutured like this.
You'll need to use the forceps to hold one side of the... Please suture it quickly, or the wound will open again.
That should do it for this area. Now to move on to the others.
Use the magnification tool to change where we're looking. There should be other injuries nearby.
The hemorrhage tore... Drain the pools of blood. Vitals are dropping. Hemorrhage has formed. Use the antibiotic gel to treat it. Vitals are stabilizing. Patient should... All right, let's close him up.
That was unexpectedly easy. What's the catch?
Operation complete.
Huh. Still gotta see.
That was the last of the patients. The three of you can wrap things up now.
I'm just getting out of here.
All right. Thanks, Leslie. That was very impressive. If you don't mind, I'd like to assist you again sometime.
It's 3 a.m. Man, talk about a long day.
Well, this is what you wanted, right? To continue seeing patients.
Yeah, I guess that's the life of a doctor, no matter where you are. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early.
Hey, don't worry. If we can survive in Alaska, we can survive anywhere.
I wouldn't get too sure about that.
So, I have a new job for you.
No, but I didn't finish the old job.
But first, let me introduce you to our head of research.
Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Cromwell.
I can't put a beat on you.
Dr. Vaughn, I presume. It's nice to meet you. You must be busy adapting to Caduceus, as well as the newly established team. But the director recommended you two, so I would appreciate your assistance.
It's nice to meet you too. It would be our pleasure to help.
Good. I'd like you to participate in clinical testing under the supervision of the research lab.
Let me remind you, the that it is the duty of those in the medical field to not only cure patients, but to also research and pioneer new treatments. Doctors and researchers must work together to fight diseases both present and future. That's the purpose of Caduceus. There may be some interesting characters here, but they're all excellent doctors. I consider myself very fortunate to be able to conduct medical research among them. And on top of that, we now have the assistance of two truly gifted doctors with the healing touch.
Is that all we're known for?
I firmly believe that with your precision, the data we'll be able to collect will be invaluable. That is why I'm so enthusiastic about your surgical skills. You don't have any objections, do you?
Do we have a choice?
I appreciate your vote of confidence, even if it is a bit exaggerated.
He's a dedicated professional, although he tends to be long-winded.
Now then, there's an operation I'd like the two of you to perform. The research you're contributing to will give new hope to heart disease patients everywhere. I'll explain as I show you my lab. It's true that many people frown upon our astronomical research budget. Mostly journalists and politicians who are trying to make a name for themselves. You know how difficult it is to produce significant results when conducting revolutionary research. But
Sure, I know all about that.
we also have generous supporters such as
Oh, Dr. Cromwell, you have friends with you today. Would you introduce me? Pretty please.
Isabella. You really should start acting more professional. This is Ms. Vasquez. She's a representative of the Humani Corporation.
I'm Dr. Blaylock.
Dr. Vaughn.
Nice to meet you, handsome.
Well, geez.
We're partnered with a number of large pharmaceutical companies and medical manufacturers, including Humani, who've been a tremendous help to us.
I hope my looks don't give you the wrong impression about our company. Humani is a major player in this industry, and I've been known to play hardball when needed.
Humani holds several lucrative pharmaceutical patents and leads the way in regenerative medicine.
Well, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
We have a research specialist from Humani on staff as well. She's a very talented young woman and has produced great results. I believe she's nearby. Cynthia, can you spare a moment?
I'll go get her, Dr. Cromwell.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it. The operation that you'll be performing would not be possible without her help.
Yes, Dr. Cromwell? Oh, that's right. You said you'd introduce me to the doctors today.
You know, I was thinking I had something to say,
This is Cynthia
and just
Kazakov.
no.
She's a beautiful woman, as you can see, and quite brilliant.
Cynthia Kazakov? You wouldn't happen to be from Trinity Medical School, would you?
Valerie? Valerie Blaylock?
Yeah, it's me.
You became a doctor! Congratulations!
I thought you would have failed out. Oh, wait, I said that out loud.
Thanks. Wow, I never expected to see you here, of all places.
You're going to be helping us? This is great!
I'm Marcus Vaughn. Sorry to interrupt such a touching reunion.
Nice to meet you, Doctor.
So, you two are old friends. I have a feeling this will be a fruitful partnership.
I wouldn't say we were friends.
Now, Cynthia, can you explain to them about the cardiac patch?
Allow me to explain the details of the operation, as well as the usage of the myocardium patch. Our patient is a 10-year-old girl with an occlusion in her heart. Her heart functions are deteriorating. If this continues, she'll have a myocardial infarction.
That's where the myocardial patch comes in.
I don't know much about it. It's a form of synthetic membrane, correct?
Yes, it's a new type of synthetic membrane that uses the whole cell voltage clamp. The membrane itself
'Cause I know what that is.
elastic and helps the heart move and function.
That's amazing. It truly is a miracle of science.
It's only as incredible as the skills of the people using it.
Nothing like a little pressure. I don't mind though. It motivates me.
We'll do our best, of course. I can promise you that.
Whether the person lives or dies, that's debatable.
I'm glad to hear it. So
So, we'll be applying this myocardial patch by positioning it according to the guide. Is that this operation's objective?
Yes, that's correct. This operation will be performed without stopping her heart. But I have faith in Caduceus and in all of you.
Alright, let's keep going.
Let's start.
Let's begin the operation. We'll be operating on the heart. Please open her up. Let's confirm the procedure of this operation.
Okay.
3 areas of occlusion have been located on the heart. We'll apply the myocardium patch to them all.
Okay.
Follow the guide and keep the placement and angle in mind when applying the patch. If the myocardium patch isn't placed correctly, the patient may undergo cardiac arrest. Be careful.
Oh, no pressure.
Start by applying antibiotic gel to the occlusion area. The first myocardium patch will be applied here. Carefully match the location and angle of the patch with a pattern on the heart. The myocardium patch has been successfully applied to the occlusion area. Her heart rate is increasing. There's a possibility that the already weakened areas of the myocardium may hemorrhage. If you find a hemorrhage, treat it with the antibiotic gel before its condition worsens. Here's the next occlusion area. What? The guide moved? Does this mean that we'll have to time the placement now that the heart is beating faster?
Oh boy.
Apply the patch when the size of the guide matches the size of the patch. Doctor, the patient's undergoing cardiac arrest.
Oh god.
Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her.
Oh, come on.
We have a pulse. A blood pool is formed. Please drain it quickly. Doctor, the patient's
Oh my god.
Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor, the patient's undergoing
Oh my god.
defibrillator to resuscitate her.
This is awful.
We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor, the patient's
Oh my
use the defibrillator to
god.
resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes. The second occlusion area has been treated. Her heart rate is increasing. Be careful when placing the patch. Watch your timing. The myocardium patches have been placed. Let's treat them all. The patches have begun synchronizing and her heart rate is returned. She should be all right now.
Oh, well, that was hideous. Jeez.
Please close her up.
I certainly do not remember that one because wow, that was awful. That was truly awful.
We're finished. Good work, everyone.
Oh boy. Say if there's a rank lower than C, I think I got it.
That was a flawless operation.
Right.
The patch is sure to integrate with the existing tissue. The patient should recover nicely.
I think we'll see excellent results, Valerie.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing more operations like this one.
No. No, 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 no. No more.
We wouldn't want to take up all of your time.
Just
The
most of
director
it.
has already spoken to us regarding the research on stigma. We're currently in the planning stages. In time, we'll show you what we're capable of. Right, Cynthia?
Yes, Dr. Cromwell.
Alright, assuming I don't botch things terribly, I think we got time for one more.
The NIH has received a request for help from a hospital in Texas. They're having difficulty with the diagnosis. Based on the patient's chart, there's a good chance that it's stigma.
So this is what we're dealing with, hmm?
These two pictures were taken only a few hours apart. Look how far the focus is shifted. And its size has increased drastically.
A biopsy was attempted, but they were unable to obtain a sample of the pathogen. The patient will arrive in roughly 3 hours. Vaughn and Blaylock will be performing the surgery.
Of course we will.
The patient's condition upon her arrival and then proceed with the operation.
We're treading on unknown territory, so we'd appreciate your support, Dr. Tsuji.
I highly doubt that you two will need my help, but I'll get ready nonetheless.
Why are you gonna drag me into this?
The patient's vitals are stable. Blood pressure 110/60, heart rate 60 beats per minute.
Any case history?
She was involved in an accident 2 months ago. Laceration on the right thigh. Looks like they used artificial blood for transfusion. Q-heme blood from Syntec Labs, to be exact.
Are there any contraindications?
None that I'm aware of, but can you check with them just in case?
Will do.
The affected area is the liver. The course of treatment will be determined during the procedure.
Yeah, but just do it on the fly.
However, I have a feeling this
We'll do it live.
The professor's case.
Even so, I'm sure our experience with stigma will prove invaluable. Let's stay positive.
According to the test results, this stigma is completely different from the one we saw before.
Okay.
There are some similarities, though, such as high mobility.
It tries every conceivable method to make its victims suffer. It's like a nightmare.
If it is stigma, then there must be a core somewhere, even if it looks different. If we can find and attack it, we may be able to identify the key to stopping it.
A core. Now that you mention it,
Let's
there
shoot the
was
core.
something in the report about that.
Pew pew pew, shoot the core.
That's right. We saw something like a core when we were operating on Professor Wilkins.
I'm surprised you remember, Marcus.
Call it a hunch.
Call it, I know exactly what this stuff is, because I made it.
A hunch? Well, at least we have some hope of defeating it now.
I'll be praying that I don't have to get involved.
It's haunting me. Wherever I go.
Dr. Vaughn?
It's nothing. Let's end this nightmare. Okay, let's begin.
Alright, let's do it. Hopefully don't botch it.
The exact nature of this stigma and the types of damage it is capable of are still unknown.
We'll just have to open her up and observe it for ourselves.
Stigma confirmed. It's much larger than before.
That must be its core there in the center. The plan is to use the laser to incinerate it, but
We can't do anything to it since the core has enveloped itself within the surrounding cellular tissue. The tissue itself looks highly viscous.
Good job. The amount of cellular tissue around the core has decreased.
Okay, then let's continue this and Is this a tumor? Let's burn it with the laser.
The core's been exposed. Use the laser to incinerate it. It's working.
Okay.
The core's being covered by the tissue again. Please drain it. There is still tissue left inside the patient. Please drain it.
the remaining tissue is hardened? Does it dry out over time?
We can't use the drain on the hardened tissue. Use the laser to soften it up.
Now we can use the scalpel to detach it. The tissue has been detached. Extract it with a fork. The tissue vitals are dropping. The draining is complete. The tumor has been excised. Please extract it. Good job, Doctor. Don't ignore the other tumors, though.
Oh, crap. do the whole process again, I guess.
Just a little more.
Did it split up?
The core has to be in one of them. Use the drain to find it.
More of the tissue has been created. Drain it immediately. Vitals are dropping?
There's not much time.
We did it.
Oh,
The presence of stigma can be detected, and no affected areas remain.
that took a while, but that was not
An amazing operation. Let's close her up.
not too bad. That wasn't too difficult.
We were able to do
Oh,
it. Somehow.
I hope this is the last time we have to perform an operation in the dark.
nope.
We're finished. Great work, everyone.
At least it's not the literal dark. I've already had to do that in the last game.
Stigma's mobility far exceeded our expectations.
You all did a great job treating it. I'm glad you're with us.
I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
Would you expect any less from Caduceus' own
No,
special police counteraction team?
Yikes. Getting cocky now, aren't we?
We'll hold a conference on this case of stigma within the next few days. Of course, I'll need you to speak regarding today's operation and the patient's progress. Your report will also be forwarded to Health and Human Services, so please get started immediately.
Just give me a strong cup of joe, and I'll crank it out.
Good. You know, there was no way we could have anticipated Stigma's metamorphosis. I was amazed at how well you adapted. I know you have the healing touch, but even so...
Well, you know, it's not like I made the thing or anything.
I guess I'm just lucky.
Alright, and that seems like a good place to leave off for tonight. So until next time, hopefully I'll see ya next time.